And we're live again.
Yay!
It's about fucking time. I was feeding my cat. That's why we're late.
That's a weird euphemism.
That's what people were confused. I actually let them know up front that you were feeding your cat, and apparently it's a 10-minute delay.
I don't know what
he was jamming his cat full of something.
I don't know if you know, but having pets.
Got a cat vinaigrette. Oh, no.
Was there a bonded pair? What happened?
There were actually 3 siblings left out of that litter of 5. 2 of them vanished somewhere, and the 3 were bonded. I thought this cat was bonded with one of the other cats. Turns out, not so much. And then the other 2 cats were just a bonded pair, more than this one and any of the others. So this cat sort of ended up bonding with me and my dog. So it turned out okay, but part of that is that we have a cat and a dog. The dog has a very strict schedule on when it gets fed because at the same time it has to take medicine. It's got a collapsed trachea, or her trachea is starting to collapse. She's a multi-poo, and that's a breed that happens to sometimes. So we have to have her. Oh, and she's also allergic to fucking everything. Pretty much all proteins.
The world is trying to kill her.
Pretty much, yeah. She'd be dead as fuck without us. And so we have to keep her on a very strict schedule. And because of that, the cat has come to adapt himself to another very strict schedule for some reason, and demands that he gets fed at 10:30. So when I saw it was 10:32, I'm like, fuck, I gotta go feed that cat. But like, the cat has food that needs to be like, it's hard to open the food, and it's hard. Like, he's got this robot that feeds him. It's fucked up.
What a difference in this cat's life from near death out on the streets to pampered little bitch who gets robot can special fancy feast, whatever the hell you're feeding it.
It's not really like a robot feeder. It's an automatic feeder that just needed to be refilled, and to do that is kind of a pain in the ass.
I know. I've seen the beginning of Back to the Future. I imagine you have this giant pile of just slop food that the can's constantly Rube Goldberg opening up and just slopping onto your floor.
Yeah, that famous
pile of dead cats all around.
That famous scene of Back to the Future that everybody remembers.
That's the one scene. It's in the beginning.
I don't even remember that scene.
Machine.
I don't remember that scene at all.
No. Well, it's a good movie. This Back to the Future. You should check it out.
Yeah, I will. I also had to get myself some ice and water because, man,
better to wash out those bug parts with.
Yeah, we just ate bugs. Oh, spoilers.
We did.
Grant was very unhappy.
It's, we are doing these videos. We do special videos now for our patrons. And I didn't know that would be so quickly exploited by you, Rubio, to now have a spontaneous reaction from me that you would surprise me with, hey, we're eating bugs and we've already started the video. And and then I feel trapped.
Right.
I feel betrayed. And then I have to eat fucking bugs.
Oh shit, Revenge Reviews. That's Kate, Josie, and Megan. Hi.
Hey, good to see you.
I missed you too.
Anyway, if you want to see us eat bugs, you can go to patreon.com/thebeerists.
Yeah, that'll be out in a couple of weeks. I'm not putting it out immediately.
Good.
Oh, Chris Trimborn asks, have you guys had anything from Hacienda Brewing out of Wisconsin? No.
Nope.
Not a one thing.
Chris, are you from Wisconsin and have access? And should we try this? And are you going to send it to us? info@thebeerists.com. Ask this guy right here about best ways to send stuff to us.
Hey, Nick Cortez, the frogs with huge esophagi, they're out of season right now.
It was. I don't understand this reference.
It's a blowjob frog, Grant.
Is this when we were really drunk and you decided to make some commercial advertisement for Florida?
It was a Florida travel commercial.
That's some deep cuts.
We were super drunk.
What part of Florida was it?
Panhandle, I'm sure.
Probably
Right?
Pensacola, right?
Pensacola. That's right. It was exactly Pensacola, Florida.
Oh.
Yeah, so out of season and out of region. So
I was thinking back to the early days of our podcast when we would I would get really drunk and then sing all of my ratings and stuff. And I was like, what was that? Or I'd like do more freestyle rapping at the beginning of episodes.
I'm glad you don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin McMahon asks, any thoughts on the platform walkout? So in
I
case you
only
guys,
recently saw that on Worst Beer Blog.
yeah. So in case you guys don't know, Platform Brewing Company, apparently a lot of their employees thought that their managers were neglectful and putting their workers in danger with their non-response to COVID, and they weren't getting paid enough, and they had a lot of people with hours cut when the company was saying that, oh, we're smashing records with our fucking numbers, and just being complete pieces of shit. So their entire workforce quit. And I tend to listen to and side with the workforce most of the time. I don't know a lot about this, but it takes a lot for somebody who works in the service industry to just walk out of a job.
I've seen several mass exoduses, and it gives you pause every time. So it's one of those things where it's not in isolation, where it's not just one employee. It's everybody feels the same way about a thing. And that fucking sucks, man.
Yeah.
And good on them for getting out of a shitty, toxic situation.
Yeah. So
I feel like you guys are a bunch of leftist commie scum, and you should get the fuck out of our country.
You would feel that way.
And he's been telling me that for
creators and billionaires.
He's been telling me that for months.
Get out of our country. God.
Yeah. He describes me
years, really.
He describes me driving in my car as a convoy.
I Here comes convoy.
Here comes
I mean, it's like a clown car,
The whole convoy of Mexican.
Oh shit! The caravan is here.
It's just one of you. They got to pour you into it.
It's because I'm secretly a spy for Bezos.
Oh fuck, he's right. Hey, Chris Tremborn, thank you. Yeah, let me know in a month or two when you want to hook us up with Hacienda. Just send me an email, info@thebeerists.com. Thank you.
Yeah. So before we decided to do this relatively impromptu happy hour here, this was Mike's idea. He's like, "Hey, I'm down. Let's do a happy hour." And usually Mike can't join us, or we don't do it unless you can. So before we were doing that, we were doing some minis, and we are currently drinking some of the beers from that.
Oh yes, some Hop Butcher. So we are quite lucky.
We recorded 4 minis before this. The first one we tasted 2 different beers from Hot Butcher. The second one we ate bugs. The third one we ate exotic meat jerkies, and then the last one we did was
Hot takes.
Hot takes. Yeah, we reviewed your hot takes or reacted to your hot takes.
Both of Steve Papalardo's
Speaking
comments,
of
they're both true. Both of his comments.
God damn it.
He was just talking about the mustache before the show. And then
Mike's bedtime.
It is. I'm very sleepy.
Mike, you have been moving to working out a lot more and going to bed early. And
not drinking as much.
You still look like garbage.
You still look like utter shit.
You haven't seen me with my shirt off.
Wow.
Well, we can change that.
Yeah. It's funny
we
because
sure can. Let me get some more drinks in me. I'm already fucking wasted.
The last time I saw him with The last time I saw him with his shirt off, the edges of his areola still touched. Like they were so spread apart. They just touched in the middle of his chest and the middle of his back.
What?
Still
Is
had
there-
pot tits, you know?
Yeah, his areolas are so huge. They touched in the front and in the back. It's just all the way around.
It's just a ring of pepperoni.
They're I was gonna say dinner plates, but
Yeah.
they're innies. They kind of look like the pepperonis that get the grease cups.
Okay. No, I was thinking more like the Olympics logo.
I mean, they do that, but
Yeah.
they curve inward, you know?
How many nipples do you have going around you?
Like 12. No, it's 5.
It's just 2.
It might be cancer.
It's 5, and it's 5, and depending on the year, it'll be like nipple 2, nipple 2. That was for 2002.
His chest updates yearly.
It's literally the exact same as the Olympics logo every year.
Man, it sounds like you could sell whatever's going on with your chest at Sharper Image. Make a lot of money.
It's like
I'm
the
in Sky Mall.
The new Sharper Image. Okay,
It's like if the Sharper Image was in black and white. Because colorblind. Hey, Blari, I'm glad you're here too. And Erica Anton, I'm glad you're here as well.
Yeah. People just keep joining in here. This is pretty
So
awesome.
good. Pete Schumacher says his nipples are pierced, but just one ring connects the two.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
But it's not like you think. It's not like right here. It actually goes around his whole chest.
It's a weird hula hoop.
Mm-hmm. And when he does this, you can hear it ring. Matt Piffner's drinking the rest of his high-lie and the rest of his wife's high-low Cigar City's low-cal session IPA. Haven't had that one.
I haven't had that one yet either. I did recently have, what was it? Lighthearted. If you guys haven't had that yet, that is delicious.
I want to try it.
Bell's low-cal two-hearted.
We got a
great.
question here from Steve Papalardo who says, "Hey Rubio, what are your thoughts on your cousin's band, Black Pumas? I'm a big fan.
They're fucking great.
They're great. I saw a guy.
I hate those guys.
Shut up.
Overrated, I think is what Rubio was saying just before we started.
Fucking love Adrian. He's the best dude.
They do our theme song.
Yes. No, really?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys got to hear. Yeah, that theme song.
Yeah, that's the that's actually this half of the Black Pumas. That was actually Adrian on all the instruments.
You know, my daughters are doing their virtual learning from home still with the pandemic and everything.
Mhm.
And
They're in the Black Pumas too.
they're in the Black Pumas. It's there's too many people in that band. It's like polyphonic spree. But my daughters were in art class individually. Each of them were shown the video where the Black Pumas are playing colors at Austin City Limits.
Yeah.
And they're playing up on stage, and so the teacher's talking to them and asking about this stuff. And I go, "Oh, look at that guy! That guy does the theme song for Dad's podcast." And my daughter was all like, "Oh, I'm gonna raise the hand and tell the teacher." I was like, "You do not have to tell the teacher. It's like way too many steps." But I thought it was kind of cool. I was like, "Oh,
This is a neat question by Yona Benjamin.
Okay.
Here you go. Read it."
Speaking of Cigar City, who he often really likes, recently tried the Margarita Goza, even worse than you guys made it sound. Has a brewery ever stopped doing a beer after you panned it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good question. I've never followed up with any.
They certainly don't tell us because we probably panned it.
You know, I mean, holy shit! What was it? The
Griffin Claw?
Aphrodisiac. Yeah, the Griffin Claw. They made that again after we panned it. It
Yeah.
was better, but not by much.
We took it as a personal insult that they made it again.
we have definitely had breweries reach out to us to try and explain why we might have gotten a bad batch before. We even had a pretty significant event when we were reviewing New Braunfels Brewery, and we gave them such a bad review that they came back up and visited us and gave us a new batch of beer and assured us that they've changed their whole life direction of their brewery. And they're like, it's not going to be the same. We're improving a lot of things.
Yeah.
And it was significantly better, actually.
And yeah, that brewer actually did a good job over there, and he's since left and went to and started his own brewery. And New Braunfels is back to their own shit. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh no. Well, retraction there, I suppose. Hey, while we're at it, what's everyone drinking? Go ahead and hit us up in the comments with what you're drinking.
I actually am drinking. I started drinking this Live Oak Helles.
Nice.
And what are you drinking that out of, Rubio?
I don't know, man. I just want to. This is a little. I don't know if anybody can see that.
Is that a new Beerists mug?
That might be going out tonight real soon.
Fuck yes.
This whole live stream just a commercial?
No. I actually just got this in a few days ago because I wanted to send a gift out to the people who are still knights for the podcast. So I had a few of these made, and it's they're gonna go out soon. Steve, where's my Beerist tulip? He says they're going out soon too. It's been delay after delay after delay. I'm so sorry that's happened, but I'm hoping to get a new shipment out in the next couple of weeks.
Blari had a very important question at 10:53. Rubio, what is your favorite Death Grips song?
Oh shit. The one that sounds like they just threw a guy down the stairs with a bunch of trash. Oh, that's all of them.
Oh, you piece of shit. You fucking love Death Grips.
They all sound exactly the same to me. Every fucking song, but I really like it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what the songs are called.
The answer's Houdini.
I don't do as much drugs as Mike.
I don't do as much drugs as Mike.
Yeah.
Wait, can we get another look at that mug?
Yeah, actually, let me see.
Turn this into QVC.
I'm gonna put
this is Beer's QVC.
I'm gonna put this in here so you can better see the night logo that I made. It says "Live fast, drink well, strike hard. The Beerists Badass Night."
And how does one get this?
Oh, if you're a knight on the Beerists, it's real. Like it's an expensive tier, and some of our listeners who have the means that can donate $12 an episode. It's batshit. Like I think it's crazy that happens, but I want to give them a thanks, and completely unannounced. I think I didn't even plan on doing it really until one night. I was just kind of with a little bit of free time, made the design, saved up some money, placed an order, and I literally only made 24 of these. We don't have 24 nights, but I'm, just in case there are other people who do become, I only have 24 of these, and I don't really
point
plan
out that
on.
Mike and I are grandfathered in as knights as well.
You're not getting any.
Son of a bitch.
We paid our dues.
There's a question from Revenge Reviews at 10:55 I want to get to. It's for me specifically.
Oh,
okay.
It's Megan and Josie. Hey, Mike, I'm looking to get a job in the brewery and work my way to the brewing process for the business. What advice do you have for me and others who are interested in this direction? You're not going to get paid shit. Show up early, stay late, be enthusiastic about it. And I mean,
just help where you can.
And just help where you can. Brewing is essentially you're a janitor that occasionally boils things.
Yeah.
That's essentially what the job is.
It's like you're a very tiny person working as a dishwasher in a full-grown kitchen.
Yes, that's a really good way to put it too.
Thank you.
And also like learn about the process outside of work, like watch videos, see what other people are doing, because people love putting up content for how they are doing their own processes at other breweries. You can just go through that and learn a lot of people's different approaches, and then kind of compare it to wherever you're working and see what their approach is and what their philosophy is.
And I think that actually having a taste for beer and understanding what the end process, what it should taste like at the end of the process, I think is going to help you out a lot. I know you guys drink a lot of beer, so and you've sent us lots, so you know what good beer is. You know what good beer should taste like. So that's also a good thing. There's a ton of people that make beer that don't understand what it should taste like at the end. So we'll leave it there.
Yeah. I would also point out that we're getting some mixed messages here in the chat. There's don't do drugs. There's also do drugs. And then I do drugs daily. So
do a moderate amount of drugs. It'll make you a better person.
What is
a little bit more interesting? That's up to you.
Moderate's different from everybody.
You know, my
when
buddy...
everybody else does one, I did too. And look at where I am.
Oh no.
Yeah, look at this picture of fucking victory.
My buddy who's a doctor would tell me that when people would come in and talk to him about like some problems they were having, he would ask them, well, how much do you drink like a day? And people be like maybe about like one or two. And be like, he'd have to go, okay, one or two what? And they'd go, cases of beer. Oh, that's why you have to ask. Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Because people have different limits on drugs or whatever.
And the answer, Steve, to your question at 10:58, I get paid the same that I did
as you made at Apple.
Mm-hmm.
But when I left Apple, I make the exact same amount of money now.
Yeah, and to be fair, Mike was a break room restocker at Apple.
Mike, customer service wise, what do you prefer, the bar patron or the angry Apple customer?
Oh, the bar patron. I get to kick them out. I do it, and I have to do it just about every fucking day. And it feels good, man. It feels real good. It's not adult children with their broken toys. It's adult children who are wasted, and I get to boot them out of the establishment at that point.
Yona Benjamin says, totally relate to our conversation we were just having about, working your way up in an industry. I'm doing an apprenticeship at an artisan cheesemaking operation, and so much of it is just dishwashing. Would love to send you guys some of our cheese.
I would love for you to send us some of your cheese too. Oh, by the way,
just hit me up, mailgrant@gmail.com. You can send that cheese right to my mouth.
Or info@thebeerists.com like a normal person.
No, not normal.
Any kind of business where the primary product or ingredient to get to the product is some kind of fluid, you're going to wash a lot of stuff every single time.
I don't like where my mind went there. I don't know. Did I asked people about what beer they were drinking, but I think we kind of we got some up here.
Hey, real quick, Steve Papalardo says, how many months do you got to do that? I assume he means be a patron for, the fucking mug in the top tier. It's not really about that. Like I send them out whenever I can, and it's nothing that I don't have like a set amount of months, because it's assumed that even if I didn't give rewards, people would still give us support. It's more about me saying thank you with a gift instead of it being a reward. It's not like, I don't really think of it as that. So most of the people who are giving us any kind of support are doing it because they want to do it and not necessarily for the thing.
$200 an episode?
No. What?
I'm just saying Rubio can be bought. You just gotta find that number.
Mm-hmm.
The point is that I don't have a set number of months in my mind. I just send them out when I can. So
has the Best of the Beerists award been recognized by any brewery? Asks Victor Lugo. And I would like to say, I know early on You used to also make a little like a little logo, little
Mhm.
patch to like send people, and I was seeing that people were taking that and posting that on their social media, whether it's on like Instagram stories or like over on Twitter.
Right.
But I don't think we do that anymore.
No, I don't think most people care, generally speaking, until, and this does happen, until people start going to their brewery and asking for whatever one. I've gotten messages from breweries saying, guys, like in the last couple of weeks, we've had like 12 different people come to our brewery asking for this beer that we made like a month ago. Thanks. We had no idea we were featured and won an award on your show. Like
Mhm.
most of the time, they don't even fucking know until the inevitable people show up going, when are you going to make this again? So,
Let's switch a little bit to a design question for you,
ah,
Rubio. This comes from Painted Brandy. Do you go through a lot of roughs or thumbnails when you are designing logos?
somewhere between 50 and 100 every time. I try to get my first, so I do it in pages, and it's usually pages of 50, and
Do you
I
do
do
it
them
by
by,
hand or do
I
you do it? Okay.
I do them by hand. And, I is it 50? It's something like that. It's like 5 across and maybe 8 tall, so maybe it's 40 in a page, and, I do them by hand, and my first page is the page I throw away. Like, that's the page of all the ideas that anybody can have, and therefore that one goes immediately in the trash.
Right. But is it more just kind of it's just mapping things out and so you can get that one out of your mind and kind of move on to the next design idea?
Yeah, it's trying to make logos that aren't only clever and interesting, but also do their job as logos and being the face of a company or the icon of a brand. But they also have to be something that hopefully nobody else came up with. And you only get that by purging your mind of the easy thing.
Do you run through kind of a series of
Grant's just getting career advice now.
I know I'm like right. Do you just kind of break it down by like styles and like I'm gonna do some that are like really text heavy or like just playing off of the name, or I'm gonna do some that play off of
Not consciously.
this is very much more iconic and then a little bit of like text play underneath or whatever.
I'll just do whatever comes out naturally,
Okay.
and some of them are more fleshed out than others. Most of them are just literally sketches or gestures or something. But, I try to get as many out as possible, and if I'm, like, 60 in, and I'll look to see what I have, and if I'm missing certain things, I'll know to try those a little bit. So, yeah, it's pretty much what comes out.
Yeah. All right, that's enough design talk.
Thank you.
Let's talk about WandaVision. Steve Papalano does say, in beer-related news, what are Grant's thoughts on WandaVision so far? Which I will say, I'm not going to go off too much on it. I will say I love the show, and I do a weekly podcast at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Fridays, which you can check out. It's called MCU Pod, and if you go ahead and search for MCU Pod on YouTube, while you're here, just open up another tab and then hit subscribe. I would certainly appreciate it. If I get over 100, I can actually just change my URL. If I have 100 subscribers,
How many subscribers do you have?
I think I'm at like 75 or so.
Oh, wow.
Trying to climb.
The season's almost over.
I know, but after that, I'm gonna do like other shows. I'm gonna do Winter.
Oh, yeah.
Winter Soldier and
Yeah, Birdman and the Winter Dude.
the Birdman and the Winter Dude and all
Yeah.
that.
The rest of the beers appreciate you derailing everything for us, Steve. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Steve. Banned. Kevin McMahon, you guys have made my quarantine so much easier since I've just been making fun of Grant the whole time.
Fair.
Nice.
But
But can I send you some links of bands I work with? Spread some joy to y'all.
sure.
Yeah, it is up with
Yeah.
links.
You work with bands?
Yeah, have you heard of this band called the Black Pumas?
I mean, that's great, but have you guys ever heard of Evanescence?
Oh man. That's Mike's cousin in that one.
Ugh.
Hey, yeah, if you work with bands, and maybe like if you want me to feature any of them on the show, get permission, yeah, I'm cool with like featuring bands on the show too, but I need the permission from the band, from the rights holders. I need all that sort of thing too. So
Right.
hey, Pete Schumacher.
Oh, you don't want that one?
Well, he says, I just looked up Houdini by Death Grips, and it does kind of sound like they threw a guy down some stairs.
You're welcome.
He's right. What were you going to say?
This one says, am I wearing my wife's glasses? My wife's right here. And no.
Hey, Brett.
I
I love you, Brett.
Can I eat your cheesecake?
Yes, you can eat the cheesecake. Give me my glasses.
She just spent her fucking whole night fixing a car. You damn better let her eat that cheesecake.
Grant, you were highlighting initially that one from Dave Woodside.
Yeah, here we go. I didn't know she was gonna steal my cheesecake. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. No big
I may have missed it, but you guys are fully recovered. But are you guys fully recovered from the cold ice power outages? By the way, it's been fucking 85 degrees. Also, did you fry, bake, or smoke Kayla?
Because you ate her. Remember you?
Yes.
You got
I
it.
actually I sous vide her.
Yeah, I'd say pretty much fully recovered.
I wasn't even without anything.
Yeah, you
So-
weren't even missing out on anything.
Mhm.
But I had we had our pipe burst, and so water was out for us for a little bit, and then I was able to just fix that myself.
Hey, tell Britt that she looks hot with that post car working out glow she's got.
He said you look hot with that post car working out glow you got, or whatever.
you nailed it.
It's called sweat, she says.
Mhm. It looks great. So I work for bands, and send me an email, bro. Professional musicians. So where can I send links? info@thebeerists.com.
Oh, Brett, look at that. You're getting more attention here. Yay for the drifter. My wife's a drifter, and by that I mean she's a hobo.
Bindle stick.
Fuck yeah.
It's just a bunch of cheesecake in it.
Boxcar really here.
She's eating the cheesecake because she's got to get those calories back from all that grifting and panhandling. Pennies are heavy.
I do.
Oh, shit.
Arf.
Mm. Is Brittany in the new Fast and Furious movie? Now everybody just has questions for Brittany.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. I'll just let her take over.
Oh shit. This is amazing. Hey,
Yeah, we have some cheesecake from Home Slice, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Cheesecake's really good.
Oh man.
They oven bake it, I guess.
Yeah, like you make cheesecake usually.
I mean, wood fire oven bake it.
Okay.
That Italian sub that they have is one of the best sandwiches in this fucking town.
Hey man, I had pizza from this one place. They bake it. It's crazy.
This pizza, they cooked it. It was amazing. It was so good.
You ever had fucking cooked pizza before?
It's so much better. I've been eating raw pizza my whole life. And it tastes so much better.
He just scoots around town in his little red wagon. He fucking gets mind blown at
Here-
Simple Foods.
Hey, hold up. Here's a dumb question.
The answer is no.
Dumb question. Are you guys celebrities? We're not celebrities anywhere.
Anywhere.
All of my coworkers think that I am.
Do they
just-
seriously think you're a celebrity?
Well, just from people coming in and being like, "Are you Mike Lambert?"
That is weird.
Yeah, it is weird, and it happened a lot more before COVID. But yeah, it was.
I think instead of celebrities, I would describe us as somewhat more highly recognizable in certain situations.
That's right.
I mean, never. I'm not
Grant.
recognized anywhere.
Look, at GABF, somebody recognized you from your voice.
You and
All of us.
are saying the exact same thing at the same time in my in both ears.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I have a terrible voice.
I know. And you can hear it a mile away.
It's highly recognizable. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
I guess.
It sounds like a squawking penguin in danger.
Yes, I feel bad I'm not the center of attention. I'm about to really up my game with some puns or something just to have the vitriol so I can feel seen again.
That's the only way you can feel alive, bro, is when he's dishing out stupid puns.
I need this.
Look at that far, like the fucking 1,000-mile stare Brit's giving just from being married to you.
Kill me now.
Oh man, I'm so glad she's here for a visual aid for that joke.
Shit. Grant's voice is terrible, but recognizable. You always say to people like I have a recording studio and people are like, oh, I hate my voice. And I just go, everyone hates their own voice. Your voice doesn't actually sound bad. But this is confirmation
His laugh.
that
What about his laugh? You're right, Britt. His laugh fucking sucks.
what is this hazing I'm getting?
It's like his his laugh sounds like somebody's doing a fucking burnout about 2 miles away. There it is.
No.
Or like a faulty transmission, like a faulty starter in a car.
Now I'm laughing and it does sound awful.
Hey,
It's
Grant,
really annoying.
do your laugh real quick while I turn on the ignition. Man, this car is fucked.
I hate you.
I think I need to get this shit tuned.
He muted himself. Oh, it's over. It's
Oh.
over.
I had
So-
to mute myself for a second there.
So there's one from Blairy at 11:13.
There you go.
How's other Beerists guests doing during the pandemic? Ryan, John Harvey. I haven't heard from Ryan. I'll have to leave that up to you guys. But I just heard from John Harvey yesterday.
Nice.
He called me out of the blue just to see how things were going. He just bought a house. He's doing great. So
Is
things
he
are
still
good
in
there.
Denver?
He's in Colorado somewhere,
Okay.
as far as I know. But yeah, he's doing good.
Sounds like a good friend.
Yeah.
You know where he is. Is the 2021 anniversary? Oh wait, yeah. Is the 2021 anniversary party COVID fucked? I assume so. It is. It
Yeah,
is.
it is
There it
all
is.
the way COVID fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's in May.
It's not happening, but it would be in May.
You know, I almost got vaccinated. I could have joined the vaccine crew.
Maybe by May.
Maybe by May we'll be vaccinated. Not much,
Possibly.
forever.
But I-
vaccine.
I'd rather wait till more people are.
Yeah, it's probably not till like September, right?
Brit is the newest member of the Beerists now, says Revenge Reviews.
She doesn't drink.
Even so,
She's
I'd
third
rather
chair
have,
now. She's third chair now.
She's third
You're
chair
welcome.
Still
I was
better than
still-
Mike.
I'd still rather have her on the show. I'd switch her out for either of you, really. Even if she doesn't drink.
That's fair.
She said
Uh,
she'll volunteer for that cheese, but
Mm.
I don't think she'll put up with you in the same way we do, Rubio.
Let's see what else we got. What shirt am I wearing? Oh, fucking Gray Skull. Oh shit.
It's an Iron Maiden ripoff. He-Man.
Yeah, it's a the
Yeah.
Trooper / what is his name? Skeletor.
Isn't it the Trooper, right?
Yeah, it's a Trooper, but Skeletor.
Oh, here's one from Kara Tucker. Give us the hot goss about what kind of shows are coming up in the next couple of weeks on the
Oh,
beach.
Before we
Which
did
would be
that,
news to me as well.
Before we do that, somebody asked where Laura, Anastasia, or Mark Rupp are, and I've talked to we've been like texting on and off with Laura through this whole thing, and she's doing okay. Anastasia's doing fine too. I just talked to her today, and
I saw Mark today.
we saw
Mark's doing
you,
great.
You saw Mark today, so
Mhm.
they're all doing fine.
Wait,
the reason they're not on this thing is because we literally made the decision to do this right before we did this.
Right. Is how's Bill Brink doing?
He's dead.
He's dead.
Oh, he died?
Shit,
yeah.
dude. I
How
hate
dare
you
you.
so much.
So what do we have coming up in the next few weeks?
More bugs.
What?
More bugs.
More
Next-
bugs. God.
Next week we got a Shelfie episode, which should be fun to record on Monday night. I forget what beers are in that, but I know there's a willetized. Fuck, who make
Lagunitas beer.
Yeah, that willetized
It's a
Imperial Stout.
Imperial
Coffee
Stout.
Imperial Stout. Yeah, I know that's on there. I don't remember any of the other ones.
We all just got shipments of New Holland beer, which this is the first time I've ever gotten a shipment of beer to my house from a brewery. 9 years of doing this show. I'd just like to say, if you run a brewery, they don't all have to go just to Rubio. You can just send me beer to drink casually, and that'd be awesome.
If they're only sending them to one person, it's easier to get them to me.
If you're only sending it to one person, sure, I get that.
Yeah.
Send it to Rubio. But if you're just like, shipping boxes, you want to toss another one the Grantster's way, I'll take it.
Yeah, there's that. Like, there's those. I've got a few more shows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are still getting hit up. I get hit up by people here and there on Instagram asking, and I always pass them your way. But they have to run a gauntlet. There's a test for what qualifies for a beer show, and some people don't realize, like, we each need a certain amount of beer. We need a certain degree of freshness of beer so that we're doing justice to the brewery. We don't want, something that's a few months or years old, depending upon the style. And yeah, it needs to ship out so that we all are able to have a certain quantity on the episode as well.
Yeah. What else do we have? Pete Schumacher says, I used to have a job where I had to record 6-hour meetings and practically transcribe them for records. That sucks, dude.
There's machines that do your job now, like that in a way.
Yeah, fire this guy.
When you go, shit, like a robot does all that stuff I just spent so much of my life doing.
Home stenographer.
The next comment, Yona Benjamin says, so is the Andy Richter who does mystery beer episodes the same Andy Richter who co-hosts Conan? Been wondering for a while. Yes,
it is.
100%. It's the
100%.
same Andy Richter. Oh man,
he looks really different in person, though.
Speaking of which, this is Joel Schumacher's kid, Peter Schumacher, the very one. So a lot of celebrities.
My condolences for your dad, by the way.
Wait, did he die?
Yeah, Joel Schumacher died.
Oh,
yeah. Shit. Sorry, Peter.
Good. That Batman movie sucked.
That's not the only movie he ever made. He made some good stuff.
Well, yeah, he deserves to die just on that alone, though.
Remember that fucking
movie that was bad?
Nipples.
Which one, Grant?
I was gonna say he also did the other Batman movie that was bad.
Yeah, but he also did one that's in Mike Spank Bank 8mm.
Ew, did he really?
Hmm.
That movie.
I don't even know what that is.
I am gonna feed this fucker to my alligator if he doesn't stop.
Oh, that's a little generous.
you're getting a lot of comparisons here, Rubio.
In parts of the world, Ron means rum, so I'm cool with that.
Wait,
what?
Mike looks younger than us. I mean, I guess you are younger.
Mm-hmm.
You're like what, a year younger than me? Less?
Ish.
Yeah,
You're like 2 decades younger than Rubio.
Yeah.
He really looks like if you glued a bunch of hair on a baby.
Rubio is old enough to be my dad.
I'm not. I'm 45 years old. You're 38.
37.
Oh, you're 30. Sorry. 37.
That mustache does nothing to help sell that you're only 45 years old.
I guess, to be fair, I did fuck his mom when I was 11. Yeah. So, okay. It could happen. Matt Greenfield says, been going long. What did I miss? Nothing.
Where is this? I don't even know where you're pulling this one from. Oh,
it's 11:19. I'm sorry. I need to give you timestamps. I forget.
Yeah, timestamps are helpful.
Oh, Lori Sunblad. What's up, Laurie?
Sup?
Yeah, you just saw Mike earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
Mark's hat as well, currently holding his keys and wallet. Nobody asked, Laurie.
Here's a question for you, Rubio.
What?
Have you gotten your second your COVID vaccine shot?
Dude, guess what? I got it 2 weeks ago to yesterday.
So you're
Nice.
you're fully inoculated.
I'm 100% inoculated now. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, fucking Super Mario ate the star. And I'm just going to fucking run through and knock old people over.
How was the second shot? Did you feel any like side effects from it?
It was the same. It was just a really, really sore shoulder, like where the injection happened. And that was it.
Yeah. I know, I grew up going to high school in the 90s. So I'm used to having a really sore shoulder.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone would just punch me in the hallways there.
That's-
so I'm
that's
a
how
Dead
you-
arm. Dead arm.
Oh yeah, you remember open chest? Yeah, like
Mhm.
all of the guys, especially if they're scrawny little dudes, would have to walk around the hallways like this with an X on their chest, because you open yourself up and you were gonna be hurt in your next class.
Mm-hmm.
The 90s were great.
Kicker 2511 at 1120 says Mike looks like if Rubio and Grant had a baby. I guess we just already read that, huh?
We had
Yeah,
that
you
one
did
on
that.
screen for quite a while.
I slept all the way through it.
Matt Fiffner says, if you all don't love the willetized coffee stout, I'm stopping my Patreon and switching to MCU Pod. And I would just like to say, patreon.com/MCU Pod. Don't shake your head, Britt. At that.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with somebody who married you.
I think you guys would actually agree on a lot. So,
Yeah. Tell her I said that.
No. I will not.
Carrie, do me a favor and
This
turn
doesn't-
around.
To my benefit.
I just want her on the show. I just want her to be on the show. Like, I just want her to be on the show.
Rubio would like you to be on the show.
Permanently.
His beer is bad, though. So, not going to
Oh.
happen, man.
Well, that doesn't matter. I don't mind. That's fine. She just seems like she can contribute more.
Peter Schumacher wants to make fun of my dad, but the only famous person he can think of is Richard Allen Davis. I have no idea who that is. What
What
about
about
Shut up. He's probably a serial killer. There's
Jim
like
Davis.
there's like a middle name in there.
Yeah, there's Jim Davis who made Garfield.
Garfield?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this Dick Allen Davis.
Mm-hmm. There's also the guy that they named Grant after. I don't know if you know, but Grant's original last name was Scott. But there's this guy named Adolf Hitler Davis, and they liked his last name so much they gave it.
Oh
to him.
wow. Richard Allen Davis is an American convicted murderer and child molester. His criminal record fueled support for passages of California's 3 strikes law to repeat offenders. Wow.
Mike looks like Wally Willie.
But he looks like Rubio.
Who's Wally Willie?
I don't know.
Willy Willy.
You talking about the
The magnets that you can draw.
magnets and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, Wooly Willie.
Yeah.
Woolly.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, you can find me on OnlyFans. I'm bare-assed Mike on OnlyFans. That's my handle there.
It's spelled BEAR.
It's really hairy ass. Actually. Yeah. Mike, have you ever given serious consideration to that?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I
Well,
imagine that I imagine that dick pics are very easy to come by, so I don't know that anybody would want to pay for them.
Yeah, would it be like just kind of like artistic shots of like the dick cleavage kind of leading down to it? Or
It'd just be like, POV shots of dicks.
Mhm.
That's basically it.
You just put the whole camera in there,
Just
like that one Bible story of being trapped in the belly of a whale.
yeah, sure.
Rubio, I think at one point you were saying it'd be great if we had some engineer to just kind of run the board, so
Mhm.
all three of us could just like shoot the shit.
Mhm.
Britt's doing it right now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
She's just picking stuff.
Britt, you're the
Although she's
best.
also like pointing out ball picks or whatever.
Yeah. See, I feel like I can make like a couple $100 like right up front just from other people that know about me through this. And then it would just peter out.
Yeah. It would literally just be Nick Cortez joining it just so he can put memes to the fucking pictures.
No, I like seriously. If any of you would sincerely join Mike's OnlyFans for $5 a month,
Matt Greenfield, you got a point there, buddy. I see you there, and I understand that. I might have to just do it for the dollars.
Mm-hmm.
There's still people that buy boob pics. That's right.
Yeah. You want to support a person though, and you just need a value add. That's what OnlyFans is providing.
I'm just a whole person.
I'm just gonna give this prank away. If Mike ever did it, I would start an OnlyFans account with the name of his dad, and then join his OnlyFans under that name and leave comments on every single one. Of like, good cock, son. Just real supportive.
I love the lighting on the veins on the side of your dick.
Yeah, what a fantastic penis picture, Michael.
I'm so proud of you, son.
I remember when I used to wash you in the sink when you were a baby. Now,
we need to get one of those. We need to get one of those sinks with 2 sinks in it. And we had to plug up the garbage disposal because your dick would just eat whatever was in there. Hey, Mike,
I just don't like the idea of a dick in a garbage disposal. Regardless of the joke we were doing, game over.
We went through so many garbage disposals. Hey, Mike, how's the colorblind glasses working out?
They're great. Yeah, they're fantastic.
Did you get the?
I haven't done the indoor ones. I'm still waiting to see whether or not. So they had a pair of indoor frames that I wanted that they offered with prescription that they stopped allowing prescriptions for, and I don't know why.
Mm. But so he can literally only wear those colorblind glasses at blues bars.
When I'm driving, yeah, but they work out for that. It's great.
Mm. Let me see. Jesse Steele wishes he could send his beers from Utah, but Mormons suck. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from breaking the law. That's what most places do that send beer to Texas anyway.
Often. What else we got?
I don't know. I bet Britt dead arms Grant. Look at the muscle tee.
Hell yeah.
Do it.
Okay, first I want to see Britt beat Grant at arm wrestling, and then I want to see each of his daughters beat Grant at arm wrestling.
I hear my voice double on it, but you can listen there.
What happened? Hi, Britt.
I was like, oh, here's headphones. You can actually listen in. But I think the problem was that my voice was doubling on those.
I can't hear.
Oh man,
It's cutting out.
Nick Cortez says Deuce is wild. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Steve Papalardo wants to know, how was the cheesecake, Brittany? Very good.
Close to our house, too.
It's she says it's very good and it's close to our house. It's from Home Slice Pizza.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the beginning of my cheesecake podcast?
Do you want to have a cheesecake podcast?
Oh, can I be on it?
Rubio wants to be on there.
Sweet.
Cheese and cheesecake.
He oozes cheesecake.
We have someone who could send cheese already. A cheese podcast would be fun.
Can we call it Skis Cake?
Skis cake?
Yeah, dude.
What's that for? Like brewskis?
No, we're just got a couple skeezes eating cheesecake.
Ew, skeezes. Isn't that a bad thing?
Yeah, but not when you're eating cheesecake.
The cheesecakeists.
No, skis cake, man. It's a good name. I'm in branding.
Yeah, Kung Fu Master already. There's 3 people already on this podcast.
Oh fuck! And we have a Kung Fu Master.
Yeah.
Rad. This is the best king of skeezes I've ever been a part of.
The
You
skeet
can stop
cake.
all the
Not skeet cake, Mike. That's on your OnlyFans.
That's Papalardo. I don't know. I'm kind of into it.
Have we ever tried to get new Glarus beers shipped to us? I mean, I was surprised, honestly, that we can get beers shipped to us in Texas, because I thought there was like some restrictions on that for a while.
Shut up.
But, like New Holland not only sent us that beer, but they had people knock on the door to like verify that we were.
They're licensed to be able to do it. So like it's on the package, like everything's okay there.
It's a really weird snarl of laws, and it's hard to figure out.
None of it makes sense.
None of it makes sense, and it's hard to follow what's right. So I've been having beer shipped to me for like 15 years and never gotten in any trouble. So
yeah.
Man, okay. So he says that Matt says he wants to send us beers from a place that only does crowlers. Wait till we can record together after the whole COVID thing, after these guys are vaccinated. It would suck for you to have to ship crowlers, one set to each of us. Like, that's crazy.
You should do it anyway.
No, we would also waste a bunch of beers. Like, neither of us can drink. What is it? I can't math. It's 32, 64, 120, like 136 ounces of beer. There's no way. Pete Schumacher says he can ship olive oil. I think he
olive
means
oil or snow globes or barbecue sauce or yeast samples, or there's a lot of different things you can say, not beer.
But I think
that's illegal. You wouldn't want to do anything illegal, would you?
It's only illegal if you get caught. Rubio, show people the new mug. There's more people that have joined since then.
What? Oh, this isn't for everybody though. It's only for fucking Patreon.
Yeah, but
what are they called? It's only for nights. It's only for nights. And again, it's not meant to get more people to be knights. It's just something I want to send out as a thank you to knights. And I had very small amount of these made. It says live fast, drink well, strike hard. The Beerists Badass Night. And it's a 1 liter mug because a lot of people seem to like that I've been drinking out of a 1 liter mug in these live streams. So I made some for the knights.
How much have you had
of this?
Yeah,
probably 1 if we're including all of the no, if we don't include all the beers we drank before this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a lightweight. I can't drink the same level as I used to with you guys. As much.
So can you guys describe the best way to make a show for you guys? What? Is it just 3 per beer to Rubio, assuming all the beers are fresh?
Like how to set up a package of beers for our episode.
Oh, yeah. So first of all, send me an email, info@thebeerists.com, and then let me know what kind of beer you want to send to us. If it's from a certain brewery or from a certain state. Our shows, we review 4 different beers, right? And for us to review those 4 different beers, each of us has to have the set of the 4. So you're sending 4 beers in triplicate to me.
12 beers.
It's 12 beers total. The 4 beer show 3 times so that each of us has a copy of all the beers that we're going to taste.
Yeah. This one comes from Kicker 2511. Do you guys plan on doing another blind taste episode? Those are fun. And can y'all rank your top 3 Austin breweries?
So for the first thing, yes, those are some of my favorite episodes that we've ever done, was those blind episodes.
We're going to have to wait till we're all in the same room, though. I think that's the best way to do it.
Right. Because at a certain point, I was like, why aren't we just doing it? I'm sure we can do that. And you're like, do you forget the blindfold part? And I was like, oh, I 100% forgot that we had to be blindfolded. I don't know how
I didn't forget that at all.
Yeah, because we were going to do a thing. We're going to do a thing every year called Blindfold February. And Grant was like, why aren't we doing Blind February? I'm like, are you going to do a blindfold by yourself? Like, what are you doing? We don't need the blindfold. It's called Blindfold February.
Right.
Yeah. So that's easier to do when it's all 4 of us in a room.
Without a blindfold, I just spilled a whole bunch of water all over my laptop last week. So
yeah.
I don't need to risk it.
And then we've gotten 2 calls to rank our top 3 Austin breweries.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I feel like we've done this before, but St. Elmo, Pine House, and it's gonna be my third. There's a lot of big heavy hitters here. Jester King, I guess, since it's Austin, it still counts as Austin. It's right on the borderline of Driftwood or Dripping Springs.
Live Oak, ABGB, Jester King.
Live Oak, ABGB. It's a toss up for me between St. Elmo and Austin Beer Works. And Jester King would be right after that.
We're all circling the same.
Yeah.
The same top 5, I guess.
What else we got?
Charles Hull says, have y'all been to the new Pine House spot? Which Pine House Brewery just opened their new like master brewery production facility, and it's gonna be on the southeast side of Austin, which doesn't seem like it has as much development of these kind of new establishments, it seems. So,
and it's right off the highway too, so it's not especially like partial to like sort of a place where you can go and like drink and then drive away and take back roads or any of that type of shit. It's really just a place where they can brew a fuck ton of EJ.
Electric jellyfish.
It looks amazing. Have you been there, Mike?
It's gorgeous. Yeah, I've been, and yeah, it's fantastic. State of the art. It's very clean. Everything looks great.
They're also not. It feels like they dropped the pizza part of Pine House Pizza because they're serving a bunch of food that's not pizza over there. They're serving like sandwiches and little other meals.
Mm-hmm.
I had
brats and such.
Yeah, I think that they had some sandwiches. I saw some sandwiches. I didn't have any of those when I went. I ended up having their hummus. Go figure. But it was made out of boiled peanuts, and it was a really good take on it. It was really tasty.
You eat all the hummus everywhere.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. You should cut those off like you cut those dreads off.
Eric Klobb says, what styles of beer need more attention in the U.S. breweries? I've been loving Schwartz beers lately.
Schwartz beers are great. More Pilsners everywhere.
Yeah, Schwartz beers, Pilsners, Helles.
I feel like
pub ales
have already proliferating quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Pub ales though, cask pub ales.
Mm-hmm.
I'd totally be down for more pub ales, and given the finesse I've been seeing a lot more in brown ales, I would be okay with a return of brown ales again.
I want less IPAs.
Yeah.
Less IPAs. Fucking get rid of that shit.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Doc.
Early on, we did a brown ale show, and in the beers, this was like year 1, I want to say, and all of the brown ales just tasted the same. We had nothing really interesting to say about them, and it became kind of this joke that locked in my mind a sense that brown ales can't have much variety or be really interesting and nuanced. And since then, I found that that's quite wrong. Like there's a bunch of really great brown ales that have so many varied approaches, and I'm so happy to kind of return to that style. I would love to see more of it.
Yeah, Kevin McMahon, bitters, spring bitters, best bitters, English. Yes, absolutely. All these English styles. I would also go as far as to say the Scottish styles, like Scotch ale, Scottish ales, all the Shilling beers. I fucking love those.
There's a controversial one, or one that could be controversial. 1138 from Sean Pointer. Can you rank your top 3 Austin taco spots?
Oh my God. Does Sean live here? Do you live here, Sean?
I mean, I think it's pretty easy though.
It's going to be Taco Deli and
Taco Deli, Tortilla, and Taco Bell. Done. I forgot Jack in the Box. It's pretty egregious.
This is if this was a commercial, it'd be like you remember that old fucking commercial where there was like a Native American crying on the side of the road because people were littering out of the car? That's literally me right now. I'm just fucking gonna roll a fucking Mexican tear.
I mean,
holy shit.
does your house count when your brother's cooking?
Sure.
Because yeah, your beer is pretty legit as well.
Best tacos in Austin. Rositas al Pastor.
There you go. Veracruz and then San Antonio.
Okay. I mean, go ahead and take it over. San Antonio, the city, by the way. Yeah.
San Antonio.
Veracruz?
It's okay.
I mean, I'm mixed. I find some of their stuff's good, and then other stuff I'm like, oh, what are we doing?
Well, then what the hell is your fucking picks?
Well, they just don't like use flavoring, use salt. I'm so confused by Veracruz that they just like I'll eat stuff and there's no flavor to it. Except for their migas taco. Their migas taco is really
Dude,
good.
that migas taco is fucking
Yeah. But like half the other tacos I get there, I'm like, there's no flavor.
The Mexican guy only got one out, and the white people are fucking arguing.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is America.
What's the rest?
Well,
What's the rest, Rubio?
Oh, your lane?
I'm not going to tell you anymore. I don't think I want to let you in on any of it.
You don't have it. You don't have it.
El Borrego de Oro has a fantastic birria.
I don't even know what this birria thing is.
We haven't done it.
Birria is stewed lamb, and they do it with lamb there. It's served with a consommé, which is like just the drippings from the actual braise that they cook this lamb in. It's fucking delicious. It's kind of like an au jus.
Yeah.
What?
You said El Borregia? Is that the name of the place?
El Borrego de Oro, and
El
it's on the
Borrego.
corner of Ben White 71 and I think it's either First Street or Congress. It's one of those two. That place is fantastic. Just for the birria. Everything else is just like, basic fucking Tex-Mex bullshit, but the birria is fantastic there. And this is going to be a little controversial because it's not really a taco per se. And they do have a taco here at Valentina's. You can go and buy yourself. You can buy tacos at Valentina's with their, their meat, but it's not, they don't make good tacos. They make great meat. They make horrible tacos.
Yeah.
What I would do is buy like a half pound to a pound of their brisket, bring it home, cut it up real nice, like fry it on a skillet or a griddle or your what do you call it? A fucking cast iron, just fry it up real nice, get some good quality tortillas. They sell tortillas there too by the fucking dozen. Their flour tortillas are fantastic there. Yeah. Buy your tortillas, get your meat, make yourself some pico de gallo, real simple, or even just like chop some white onions and get some cilantro, put that on there with your favorite hot sauce, and give it a like a little bit of salt, and that's going to be one of your best tacos you can get done.
That's cheating and a bullshit answer. Anyway, next.
It's true though. It's true. It's 100% true.
I definitely miss one of the aspects of us getting to record together that I really miss was when we would go back downstairs and Rubio would just freestyle cook us some food. You'd just be like, let me see what's in the fridge, and you would whip up some tacos, or you would make a pasta dish, or you would make some sort of
Asian noodle
or something.
I'm sorry. I take back what I said. Third best taco in this town, probably Rubio's Kitchen.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Really good stuff.
I did make tacos for everybody who came to one of our anniversary parties. Remember that?
How could I fucking forget?
It took fucking forever to serve everybody because it was just me making us. I was like, I'm gonna make one taco for each person.
I saw this question come up, and I think it inspired Britt to just leave. She's Dave Woodside says, have you ever gotten shit from a brewery about the ancillary topics on the show? For example, why did you have to talk about the taste of your own cum while reviewing our beer?
Listen, dirtbag, we all have our own places of fucking memory.
Yeah, sense memory is a very personal thing.
That's maybe where my mind goes to when I drink your beer and taste a particular flavor.
My own cum.
Maybe it's my own cum. Maybe it's someone else's. Who are you to judge? Fuck
Right.
you.
I am curious about this as well, Rubio. Have you ever gotten feedback of like, damn guys, why are you so raunchy?
Holy shit. Why did you say that? Yeah.
One brewery told me, hey guys, we really like the fact that you loved our beer. I hope you don't mind. We're not going to put it on our socials.
Understandable is what
keep doing what you're doing. Like, yeah, cool, or whatever. I mean, it's not for everybody.
It's not for me.
That's maybe where my mind goes when I drink my own cum. That's the next Beerists t-shirt.
Yeah. Tastes like my cum. Bye. Yeah. It's a bye.
Fuck. So nasty.
Here's a good question. Corn or flour tortilla? Depends.
Depends, man.
Yeah.
I grew up mostly eating flour tortillas because that's more of a northern Mexico thing. That's mostly what we had in the border town that I grew up in. But I love flour tortillas. Like they're, man, fresh, made well, corn tortilla. If it's like by itself with a little bit of butter and some salt, a corn tortilla is amazing. Like it's fucking life-changing if it's made with nixtamalized corn the right way by a fucking abuelita. You know, it's amazing.
See, as a white, I think I'm played out on the flour tortillas. I think that was most of what I was used to, and most of them were pretty shitty.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate a really good one.
Yeah.
But
it's hard to get a good one too. It's really hard to get a good one.
That's right. But I think generally speaking, I opt towards corn just as a response to that. But when I have when I hear that there's a good flour tortilla, like Valentina's, that's what I'll get every time. But otherwise, it's corn.
It's such a toss-up because you get some people that make corn tortillas and they're just like they completely melt in your hand before you can even pick
fall
it
apart.
It's not made for a particular type of meat, or they just make shitty corn tortillas. And flour, I find, just texturally always hold up better, especially if you're getting it to go. When you get it back home and then you're going to eat the taco, flour is just kind of the way to go for to-go food. But if you can get good corn tortillas at the place, hell yeah.
Yeah, it depends, man. I think if you get a really good quality corn tortilla made with nixtamalized corn, that is usually the best way you can have a corn tortilla. And you gotta reheat it properly at home. Like with a corn tortilla, you first of all, you get the good quality corn tortilla, and then when you want to reheat it at home, you don't just microwave it. Don't do that. You fucking you fire up your griddle or your skillet or your cast iron, and you heat that up to like a medium high heat. Put your tortilla under some water, like just fucking pass it under the tap on both sides, and then put it on your fucking cooking surface, and it's gonna stick. When it releases, you flip it, and then you fucking take it off when that side releases, and it's good to go. You can cook it. You can even just leave it on there for a long time and let it get a little bit of crispness to it, like get a little crispy. That's how further into Mexico, that's how they make their tostadas, is they just kind of put them on the comal, on the cooking surface, flat top cooking surface, and just let it go until it gets crispy. They don't usually fry it. Sometimes they fry it, depends on the dish. But yeah, corn tortillas are super versatile. You can do so much with them.
We got a comment on here that I imagine I know where you guys are going to come from, but
okay.
Steve Papalardo says that I have switched from a beer novice to a hardcore snob over the years.
You're a snob, man.
Am I a snob?
Yeah.
How? How am I a snob?
Hardcore opinions about shit you know nothing about.
Wow.
Because you don't want to
damn.
put the work in to understand it, but you fucking have opinions.
Because you put me on a show where the expectation is that I deliver an opinion.
Don't blame me
deliver an
for
opinion.
your snobbiness. Don't blame me.
I'm not a snob, but I
Yeah.
will share my uninformed opinion. That
Mhm.
doesn't make me a snob.
Hey, real quick,
Try not to judge other. Okay, maybe I judge other people. Damn, am I a snob?
I'm going through comments that we had in the past.
yeah.
Like, just real quick, you don't even have to scroll to this one. Paul Bailey asks, "What role does Rubio play when he's LARPing?" Your mother.
Okay. Steve Papalardo says that I sigh everything. So maybe it is a matter of my rankings, which
Mhm.
maybe I'll explain there.
Can we go to the Kevin McCann at 11:53?
Hold
I
on,
feel
let him
like-
fucking explain.
I feel like giving anything a buy, it has to be really, really good. I think what you guys generally give a buy, I generally give a try, and we're probably about at the same spot. But I feel the buy category is extremely precious, and I don't want to give that to things when I think something's just like, it's good. I
See-
enjoy it, but like I don't want to be like, I really enjoy this.
This is a hot take that we were missing on the mini. Holy
Hey.
shit. Revenge reviews.
Hold
This
on.
most recent one.
Hold on. I want to talk about this a little bit because my buy, try, sigh, or die are pretty casual for me, pretty casual reviews. So like, I'll give a beer a buy if it's something that I would literally go and buy again. I mean, it doesn't have to be the best beer in the world for me to go and plunk down some money. It just has to be a beer that I know is going to be really fucking delicious, and I might crave it enough to want to put down the $10-15 for the six pack.
Right.
So that's a buy to me. It's like something I would literally go and buy. A best of the Beerists nomination is what you're describing as a buy.
No,
For
no,
me.
no, not necessarily. I think there's also I put some real world context into this that I don't go and that does look good with the white foam there.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
I don't go and buy beer that often. And so there is kind of a I guess snobbiness. I don't know, but like
Yeah, you're snobby as fuck.
no, like I don't buy beer that often because I'm not drinking too often outside of our show or what I'm already getting for free from you that is just like leftover beer that we can't do on the show, right?
You
So,
hate
I don't-
everything, but and you also have a 5-minute reason why, which is what Revenge Reviews just said.
Also, on the last episode, you said you were jumping up and down on the trampoline. You tell me you're not drunk when that happens?
Wait,
Like
what?
that was just a sober decision. I'm gonna jump on
Right.
the trampoline.
I have to jump on the trampoline with my kids.
Oh, the kids, right?
have- Yeah, I have children.
Yeah, the kids.
I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Not that
Yay! He's fucking wasted.
okay. I don't know. I'm getting some hate here.
Mm,
That's fine.
fair.
That's fine. Whatever.
You're a tea snob too, you dumb son of a bitch.
It does have damn.
100 exclamation point.
I would just like to say it's about time for us to wrap up. We want to thank everyone for joining us.
Hey, let's just rapid fire a couple more of these questions. We got
No, I know.
what
Let's
role
do a
does
few
Rubio
more.
like when he's what does Rubio play when he's LARPing? Paladin, because I'm your pal.
But I guess if you were to play D&D, what is your go-to like
Fucking warrior class.
Warrior?
Regular ass warrior class.
What about you, Mike?
Some kind of fairy, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fairy, like some like a mage, kind of magician.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, forget I said fairy, bro.
Mage. Mage.
Fine, dude. We love you. We love you, even if you're the fairy.
I always like the rogue characters where you can skulk in the shadows.
Matt Piffner says, "Does it say Mike is unclean on the bottom when you finish the beer?" I wish I could have pulled that off.
Oh man, that would be so good.
Man.
Every time you get to the bottom, Mike is unclean. That's really funny.
Let's see what else we got. Didn't you use what? No, didn't we used to review 5 beers? Yes, we did, but when we're recording remotely, it takes such a long time to edit each one of these shows. I used to finish like Wednesday night or Thursday night after recording Monday. Now I finish like Friday night or Saturday night. So even when I cut it down to 4 beers.
Yeah, and you consider that like all of us are recording using the same type of microphones, but we don't all have the same we don't have the same mixers. We're not recording onto the same applications.
We're not in the same room.
We're in different environments that all have different variances that Rubio has to account for. So there's a big part of the process where he has to try and level and make everything sound cohesive, like we're in the same room.
Yeah.
And that's no easy feat. So he is putting in a lot of time every week to make it sound seamless and high quality, like I think our listening audience is used to.
Adding a 5th beer would add 4 hours to my editing. So no, we're not doing that until we can be in the same room.
Honestly, I'm kind of appreciative that we're just down to 4 as well. I mean, I found that while nationally perhaps drinking has increased with the pandemic and people being shut in and just like kind of resorting to beer, I found I'm not drinking as much quantity in any session that I'm drinking, to the point where my tolerance has dropped.
I'm with Grant. I'm really trying to cut back, and drinking 4 beers is it's a nice happy medium, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And 5, I think that if we were in the same room, maybe with the environmental changes and like with a energy change of actually being in the same room together, it might be a little bit easier to do it that way. But I think just for the format and the vehicle that we're doing right now, 5 would be a lot more difficult.
It's a little much.
Harley James wants to know if we'll ever get an Australian beer show.
That depends on whether or not we get an Australian listener who wants to send us Australian beers, because really the only Australian beers that I've seen in this market have been Cooper's.
Foster's. We could just do Foster's.
Doesn't count.
Which is garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I can't imagine the astronomical shipping cost that it would take for an Australian listener to send us 12 different beers, get here in any sort of expedient amount of time for a cheap price.
Nice.
Papalardo says we need to get Chris Quinn of the Beer Temple to appear on these live feeds. That'd be cool.
I would love to. I'm afraid though that he's been on a live show with us once a long time ago, and he seemed very overwhelmed by it and didn't seem like he was having a lot of fun. But Chris is a friend of mine. Like, we talk pretty, not like all the time, but once in a while we'll text each other, and I'd love to have him on. But I think it'd have to be a more focused show with some kind of point. This is a pointless ramble show.
Well, on that note, I do think we should wind down and wrap it up for the evening.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Is there anything we didn't answer that we should have, though?
Yes.
Okay, what?
There were probably plenty of things that we should have answered for.
Oh.
But we're gonna ignore those.
Fair.
No, I I'll echo what you're saying. We appreciate everyone that has come and joined us on this, especially since this was such a spontaneous last minute decision here to do a live show. It's really cool that so many of you were able to just jump in and join us in the chat. Y'all are funny, except for the people that insulted me. You guys can go to hell. Yeah. Chunk it.
There you go.
Sorry, did you have anything else to add?
No, you
Nope.
just sound real sad about it, everything. It sounded like you were reading a eulogy at a funeral.
They called me a snob, and I
Because you're a
A
snob.
lot.
I didn't-
lot.
I didn't
Not,
take
not
that
even just
personally
once. Just
I
a
didn't take it-
bunch.
at all. I didn't even care. I didn't even care. It didn't matter.
It seemed like
that's my only point.
it literally looked like it didn't affect you at all.
He's crying.
It's
I
fine.
don't know what he's doing.
It's not a thing.
He's pretending to cry because he's a cheese ball. Look at that. Look at that. Crocodile tears.
Chunk it, bitches.
Chunk it.